what's up everyone, Bono here, and today I'm bringing you a new type of video to the channel. This one is called Cdrama Hot Takes. Now, I gather your guys' hot takes on popular or unpopular C-dramas throughout the C-drama verse. I pull them from Reddit, from X, from my Patreon, all over the place, gather them here, and I share those ideas and thoughts and hot takes with everyone, and I share my thoughts on said hot takes. Now, hot take can be good, it can be bad, whatever, man. It's just our opinion, and that's the great thing about it. It's just our opinion, and my opinion as well. So you can take this with a grain of salt, you can go whatever you want to do with it. Let me know your thoughts of all these things in the comments below, whether you agree with me, whether you agree with the person who left the hot take. Let me know, man. I'd love to hear the entire conversation. Now, for our first C-drama hot take, we are taking on I guess you would say a fan favorite for the most part in Hidden Love, a drama that's starring Zhao Lucy, Chen Jae-yuan, and Victor Ma. So let's go ahead and pull up your guys' hot takes, and I'll see whether I like them or not. The age gap is not controversial because Jashu was attracted to Sangshi not only when she was an adult and they were apart for 2 years, but also because of the mature traits she displayed. It was not until she took care of him when he got sick and defended him from Jiang Ying that he saw her as someone he could like romantically. Some people say that Zhao Lucy did not mature, or Sangshi did not mature throughout the show, while others fight that she did. Some would say that the relationship between Jashu and Sangshi is weird due to the age gap, while some say that it took a natural progression and that it did take some time, and as she grew of age, his romantic feelings developed for her with that growth as well. For me personally, I happen to agree with this hot take right here. I think Jashu, he always looked at her as her brother's little sister, as a person that he cared for, that he cared about. We saw what he did in the flashback episodes 1 through 8, I believe, and how he took care of her, tutored her, protected her, all these things. However, it wasn't until she was in college, it wasn't until he began to see that she matured greatly, as Aile says here. I wholeheartedly agree with this. I believe that these are the steps that were taken for this relationship to blossom, for Jashu to look at Sangshi as something other than his best friend's little sister. There's nothing wrong with the age gap in this situation here, especially because they're both already grown up at this point, and he's not like 100 years older than her, not even 20, not even 10 years older than her. You know what I mean? As long as both sides here are in agreement, are truly in love, which I would say that they are, and maybe you would, maybe you won't, let me know in the comments below. But as long as that criteria is met, I don't see any problem in this relationship here. I think you've already seen dramas like this, kind of school-themed C-dramas like Go Ahead and When I Fly Towards You. I think Hidden Love is hyped because it has good actors, but the storyline is pretty meh, to be honest, and kind of cringe at times. But if you like those two C-dramas I mentioned above, it's similar to them. The story is basically an age gap with the maturation of the characters. I like the drama. It's not my favorite, but I'll be watching everything you watch here. Well, thank you very much, Bruno. I appreciate that. And for the most part, I would agree with this. Hidden Love is not something that's meant to be complex, something that's supposed to be like an Einstein level of plot, like William Shakespeare wrote this, That's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a cute coming of age story where we get to see two wholesome characters, grow together, care for one another, and love one another. Are there parts in the story that were a little meh? Maybe a little cringe? Yeah, I would say so. And I'd say a lot of that is the first 8 or so episodes when before college. I would say those episodes check mark those meh kind of cringe boxes as well. But they have many cute moments layered within them, which I personally enjoyed. So overall, I think this is a fair take. I think it's a fair take. Actually, my most controversial opinion is that I prefer Bai Jingting as Sangyan over Victor Ma. This one could be very controversial. I know many people did not watch The First Frost because Victor Ma did not reprise his role as Sangyan in that, and that Bai Jingting ended up taking the role of Sangyan. And I see the point made here. I see the point of people who love Victor Ma. I adore both adaptations of Sangyan, and I would agree. The Sangyan we see in Hidden Love is kind of Sang-shi's point of view. It's the goofy older brother, the one who's overly protective, the one that she looks at and makes that little face every time he talks to her, every time he tries to tell her something. Whereas in the first Frost, we get a more, I guess, brooding, mature Sangyan. And that's just his point of view, or maybe even Wen Yifan's point of view of how Sangyan really acts. And I love that they contradict each other, or I guess not contradict, but contrast each other so much. The two different adaptations of Sangyan. If I had to pick one, I'd probably agree with you that I would choose Bai Jingting Sangyan over Hidden Love. And the main reason being is that maybe if we saw more of Victor Ma's Sangyan in Hidden Love, maybe that could have changed it. But because we didn't get to see a lot of him and he was just kind of that humorous character that would pop up every now and then, whereas in the first Frost, you have Bai Jingting Sangyan, who's the main character pretty much, and we get to see his growth, maturation throughout a whole entire show. Now that adds layers onto Bai Jingting's version of Sangyan. Overall, man, I think this is a very fair point and one that I would personally agree with. A quick pause in the action here. If you'd like to watch my full reaction to Hidden Love, go ahead and check out my Patreon page. Link will be in the bio or the description of this video. If you just want to check out my free edited versions here on YouTube, you can find it on this channel as well. Thank you. My hot take is that the show should have started with Sang-shi arriving at college and reconnecting with Jia, with everything before that shown through flashbacks. Basically the way the first Frost handled it. This I wholeheartedly agree with. This was my exact opinion on this situation here. And I think this solves a lot of the problems for a good amount of people who did not like Hidden Love. The first 7 episodes, as I said in a previous hot take, is kind of cringe at times. A lot of cringe at times. A lot of people don't like Zhao Lucy's voice. And they think she sounds very childish. She acts like she's 10 years old. I feel if we got a little less of that, not 7 episodes, but maybe a few flashbacks spread out through, 7 out of 25 episodes, so 18 episodes, I think that would have been fantastic, So we don't get too much of that cringe, but we still get that backstory, that foundation of the love that Sang-shi and Jia will end up having for one another. So I wholeheartedly agree with this. They should have definitely done it the first Frost style, and I think it would have made for a much better show, in my personal opinion. And I love Hidden Love, but I think this take right here would have improved the show a lot, in my personal opinion. And I believe that could be said for a lot of other people, but you guys let me know in the comments below. This could be real controversial, but novel Jia was more scary, and I wish they could show that. Not in a dominating or creepy way, but like a person who went through the trauma he experienced couldn't remain super nice. He was nice to the Song siblings, for they were special to him. Now, I'm not a person who read any of the Zhu Yi novels, so I can't really speak for the Jia novel version. However, I will agree on this fact here that Jia, he was portrayed to be an amazing person in Hidden Love. Someone who's been through so much, but was so kind to literally everyone that he met. I think it would make a lot of sense if he was a little darker, his character, not someone who's creepy or dominating or domineering, but just someone who, like the hot take says here, has been through that trauma that he suffered. We know what Jia has been through in his life. And he would be very justified to, I guess, be a little more angry, a little meaner of a person. But he wasn't like that. He was just a great guy. He was only mean to the one stalker lady or anyone who hurt Sang-shi. I agree. It was cute and they had chemistry. But the ending, in my opinion, was boring. Female lead never truly maturing was a drawback for me. I would have preferred a more adult relationship where they actually can freely discuss their wants, needs, and desires. Now, this one here, I don't necessarily fully agree with. I do think Sang-shi matured throughout the show. Now, is it to the amount that some people want? I guess not. But we do see that she is not that small little girl from the beginning of the show anymore. She has grown into someone who's willing to protect, to defend, to put herself on the line to protect Jia. We see she is someone who truly truly is not one that needs Joshua anymore. Like when she was a little kid, you know, where she felt like she always wants Joshua near him. Of course, she loves him, so she wants him near him. But Joshua isn't her whole world like she was as a little kid. She's grown in that manner, in my personal opinion, and they showed that throughout the course of the entire show. As for discussing their wants, needs, and desires, I do think they probably could have discussed that a little more. But I mean, they did get their own place. They did discuss how they want to move back to Nanwu. Joshua starting his business over there, be closer to Sang-Chi's family, all those things. Maybe they could have fleshed that out more. But at the end of the day, man, there's only 25 episodes, so they did what they could. And I felt like they did just enough. I would have loved it if they were older. I think the chemistry between the actors was great. But yeah, I had a little bit of the ick just for how young her character was supposed to be. I think I kept aging her up in my brain. I finished it, thought it was cute, would love to see them together in another project. Now, I agree with that bottom part for sure, man. I would love to see these two again in a future Cdrama. We haven't gotten that as of yet, but I think it would be great, man. Their chemistry, I mean, was amazing in my personal opinion. Now, did it give me the ick? I mean, personally, it didn't give me the ick. You know, I mean, Joshua did not start dating Sang-Chi when she was in high school, junior high, when they first met, you know? She was already in college by then. And as I said in the previous take, I feel like she matured and showed that maturity to him to where, you know, he felt like he could date her, you know? That she wasn't that little girl, his best friend's little sister, you know, that she was now a grown woman. So, I mean, and he's also not like 50 years older than her, not even 10 years older than her. So I personally didn't get the ick, but I do agree with that bottom part of this take here. I don't understand the claims that female lead never truly matured. I don't think we watched the same show. I found every single thing to make sense. People do say that Hidden Love is really a simple and tender love story, and while there is truth to that, if you turn off your brain completely when watching it, then it would be really easy to criticize the show. In reality, if we paid attention properly to all the events in the drama and its implications, then the vast majority of the criticisms become invalid. To each of their own, I guess. Now, I mean, hey, this person here, they went at it, man. They they stated it bluntly, blatantly, and with a purpose, which I respect, man. I agree with this take for the most part that Sang-Chi, she did mature throughout the show. You know, I also don't get some people who say that she did not mature when we clearly see the maturation from the first episode to episode number 25. In my personal opinion, now I guess some people disagree with that, man. Let me know in the comments below if you do and why. I agree. Sang-Chi did mature. And I also agree that the show is a simple and tender love story. I really do. I really do. And as they said, if you turn your brain off completely when watching it, then it'd be really easy to criticize the show. Now, this part here, man, there are some criticisms that are very fair when it comes to Hidden Love. However, I feel like the most part, Hidden Love is what it is. It is that simple and tender love story of these two very wholesome individuals getting together and their growth as a couple and growth becoming a couple. For me, it was too much sweetness, especially the last 5 episodes, but that's just me. I prefer angst and happy ending in the finale episode. Otherwise, I feel like it's one 5-episode long ending. Now, hey, this is something I respect, man. Hidden Love is not everyone's cup of tea, and I can understand what this person's saying about the last 5 episodes. In my personal opinion, I loved the last 5 episodes. I thought they should have given us more, man. I would have loved 5 more episodes just like that. But like the person here says, I mean, it just wasn't their cup of tea. They prefer that angst and happy ending in the finale episode because, I mean, if it's just happy, then it feels like it could have just ended on any of those episodes. Which, you know, I can understand. Not everyone's cup of tea. It was my cup of tea, so I enjoyed those last 5 episodes. I'm not liking it either. Female lead is acting more like a 10-year-old than a 17-year-old at the start. It's creeping me out. Don't know how people have gotten past that. How can he view her as anything other than a child since she acts like one? I mean, I completely disagree with this. I completely disagree with this comment right here. Did she act like a 10-year-old? I don't know, man. 10 to 17-year-old, I feel like they all act the same way, man. Hey, come on, man. I think Zhao Lucy did a great job, you know, showing us the maturation of the character of Sang-Chi from beginning to end. I really do. And I mean, it seems like the commentator might have not gotten past that part themselves, or else they would have known that Sang-Shi does not act like a little kid throughout the whole entire show. That she does have some maturation, that she does have some growth as a character, at least in my opinion. So that's that. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for their hot takes, and let me know your thoughts of these in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with the comments? Do you disagree with the comments? I love to know all your guys' thoughts in the comments below. If you'd like to see more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to get more videos just like this, or to watch my reactions of Cdrama series. As always, thank you guys for your support. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. I'll see you guys next time.